This lady you see here is called Pastor Dorcas. For those of you that don't know who this lady is, apart from being a pastor, a God-fearing woman who leads people closer to God, she is also the former deputy president's wife. This man's wife. For those of you that don't know who this man is Rigathi Gachagua. He is the former deputy president. Now, why is the president's life getting harder? For those of you that don't know, this lady has commented on the president's project. For those of you that don't know the project, again, let me remind you, President William Ruto is building a church so massive that it can hold or contain 8,000 people, at least 8,000 people at any given particular time. And it will cost Kenyans, or as rather he stated, it will cost him 1.2 billion Kenyan shillings. Despite Kenyans imposed a lot of taxes on them, school fees needed, children are not getting help, Kenyans, Gen Zs are dying left, right, and center, being kidnapped and all this. But that is not what is paining Pastor Dorcas. Pastor Dorcas didn't used to talk about politics a lot, for those of you that don't know. But today she came out and talked, and I want to share a video with you whereby she is saying that William Ruto, instead of building a church, which is good to build a church because she's also a pastor and she supports it, but instead of building a church, she said, let's build our spirits and start with the children that you have killed, the people that unaona umefanyia makosa mingi sana, the relationship you have with God. Let's start there. Let's listen to her video, because I might talk and you may not understand. Let's listen to the video together, and then we will come back and discuss other people who are against the building of this massive church within the grounds of State House.
And Mr. President, we used to pray with you. You used to speak in tongues. You are a Christian. God called you, and you want to build a church. Let's build the spiritual one first, because the blood that is in our hands, that is not right. Mr. President, go back, think about it. As a Christian, we must follow the 10 Commandments.
As you all know, every story has two sides. Because she is the wife of former deputy president, she might be criticized by some people who are die-hard Ruto supporters. As you all know, every president have their own supporters. Regardless of whether they are doing something wrong or bad, they will still support him. Now, this lady you see here, despite her being the former deputy president's wife, we all need to acknowledge that she is also a woman of God, and she is a pastor. She's a pastor. A pastor. Let that word sink in. She is a pastor, not any random woman, or not just some woman who is just a politician's wife. No, she is a woman who has a role. Now, she has brought out a suggestion. She never said, don't build it. She said, it's good. It's good to build it. But first, let's start with you and your sins. Let's start with you and your sins, not with the church, because there are people you have already done something bad to. There are people that are complaining about you, the people you killed and all this stuff, On the other hand, this lady you see here is called Martha Karua. She is one of the few people that ran for president back in the last elections. Now, she's also criticizing President William Ruto's decision to build a massive church within the grounds of State House. She is saying that start with Sugoi. Go build in Sugoi. You go build in your house in Karen. Don't bring that thing to to State House. The Constitution has clearly underlined and shown that religion and the government should be separated. How the government should be will be through the constitutions, and it is very simple and clear according to the Constitution. Like, she's saying a lot of things. We are going to go one by one. Let's look at at Martha Karua before we check other people that are also trying to criticize the decision of President William Ruto.
Hiyo mambo ya kujenga kanisa State House si shamba lako. Enda ujenge kwako Karen, jenga kwako Sugoi. Enda kwa kila kanisa iko na harambe wajenge. Na hiyo ya Kiambaa iko karibu na wewe, iko kwa hiyo area yako, anza na hiyo. Vile unawacha kanisa ya Kiambaa na unaenda kwa zingine, inatuambia story yako wewe. It tells a story about you. Ni nini inakufanya usikaribie kanisa ya Kiambaa? You are confessing something we already know. So mimi nasema tusichanganye mambo ya serikali na mambo ya binafsi. Mali yako tumia vile unataka. Mali ya umma usitumie kama ni yako. Na hiyo ni kazi yetu kama wanasiasa na lazima tuiendeleze.
As you have clearly heard, Martha Karua has not held or hold anything back. Amesema chenye ilikuwa kwa roho yake. As we all know, venye tunasemanga wacha niseme initoke, amesema ikamtoka. Now let's look at other politicians like this man you see here, who is also on Ruto's neck. You know, he's questioning the legitimacy of the 1.2 billion Kenyan shillings that President William Ruto wants to use to build the massive church that he's building within the grounds of State House. And he's saying that huyu jamaa alikuwa anauza kuku. Sasa hiyo pesa atuonyeshe kama iko kwa banki yake na anatoa wapi na anaandika check ama ni cash, you know. Yani wewe ama hiyo mahali unajenga kutosha watoto wetu ama ni nini? Like, is it really a church? He's saying a lot of things. So I don't want to be, you know, to talk too much, but other people are also saying a lot of other things that we cannot bring, you know, all together in one video, because otherwise it will become like a documentary, a whole, you know, 2 hours video, and we all know you guys are impatient. You can't watch 2-hour videos. So to be precise, I don't want any video to be longer than 10 minutes. So don't forget to subscribe. It is very important so that any video that I post, you become the first person to get the videos. And I really appreciate the comments and I read them. It's not like I don't see it. So now let's watch this man that's on Ruto's neck and what he has to say about the legitimacy of the money that is being used to build the church inside the State House.
If you let us tell William Ruto, we are made in the image and likeness of God. You cannot slaughter us the way you do chicken. Sisi ni watu ambao tumeumbwa kwa mfano wake Mwenyezi Mungu. Na tumwambie ajitayarishe. Manake State House lazima angatuke ifikiapo mwaka wa 2027. Na hilo kanisa nalojenga huko asitudanganye, anatumia pesa za umma, si pesa zake. Na kama ni pesa zake, atuonyeshe alipata mapato gani baada ya kuuza kuku. Si anajiita yeye ni mfugaji wa kuku. Tuone alipata pesa kiasi fulani kwa akaunti zake baada ya kuuza kuku, halafu tuone alitoa check mahali na sio cash ile anaenda akitoa. Kwa hivyo asitudanganye, sisi si wajinga. Wajinga hawakurudi Kenya alipochaguliwa.